Hello there, it's me again, earthmanbrick, and I'm back with more Blokees. Blokees. Which is it? Nobody knows! Anyway, yeah, I've got this big box set. This is 9 boxes, all in this big bonanza. So let's have a look and see all of who we could possibly get in here. I'll just play around with the focus here. See, I'm a lot faster at the focus now. So we've got a 1 in 9 chance of getting the planet Unicron, Trypticon, who I hope to hell to get. I fucking love Trypticon. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love a giant dinosaur bot? We've got one of the Insecticons, Bombshell. And again, the symbols there show the, their affiliation. So the red is Autobot, purple is Decepticon. And if you don't know that, it's a miracle you're watching this channel. This is a Transformers kind of channel now. But yet the odds are underneath, so 1 in 9 chance getting these guys. We also have Decepticon Thrust, who's one of the cone heads, also known as a Seeker. So the original 3 were Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker, and then there was 3 cone heads, which was Thrust, Dirge, and the other guy. You can tell me which guy in the comments below, because I can't remember. Jetfire, who he had a bit of a shaky start. He was either Autobot or Decepticon. There was a whole myriad over the copyrights and stuff, because he was part of Macross, which became Robotech over in the West, and the toy was kind of heavily contested, and so he only ended up in 1 episode of the show, I think. We've got Mirage, who transforms into a race car, very cool. I mean, these toys don't. They're just figures, action figures, and nothing more. Springer, who was the triple changer from the movie. Same with RC, she's not a triple changer, but she was in the movie. There was a toy planned, but it never actually got released. The original prototype looked a bit crap, to be honest. And yeah, they've now since released the original prototype as Missing Link RC, which is pretty interesting. It's a pretty cool toy. Not something I'm interested in at all, but yeah, you can find out videos all about it, and yeah, it's interesting. It's a nice bit of history right there. Megatron, 1 in 12 chance, the Decepticon leader, and then there's Hidden Style, when that one scene in the movie where he gets changed from Megatron to Galvatron, and yeah, I'm not really down for that type of thing. I really just couldn't care less. Trypticon and Unicron, those are the bad boys I'm after. So let's, without much further ado, we'll pop the seal. This is an official Blokees seal. Let's pop our scissors in here. That's it. And you can see the seal's ever been tampered with. You can see the Blokees thing becomes visible. So let's pop this open. And yeah, some beautiful display art on the top here. There's nothing on the sides, but there is that on the front, and on the back there's nothing. It's just writing garbage. Yeah, it tells you all you kind of need to know, and now I'm just kind of delaying until I get this open. Yeah, really nice quality card here. Split that open, pull out a box at random, go for the middle, and close this up. Okay. Pass this out with some of the other videos I've got planned. I've got lots of Doctor Who, I've got loads of official ones, I've got all sorts. Some real odds and sods as well. I'm just going to tear it open like an absolute animal. There we go. Crack this nut. Now, I'm not gonna look at the instructions and stuff because I don't want to know which one it is. I'm gonna figure it out as I open up. Now I think this is the genetic parts. This is the actual. Yeah, this is the every bit's sprue. So this will be the hands and the feet. So this would imply definitely not. Oh, shit. Well, we've got Mirage. Well, I know not to open this pack first. Next time. It's a bit disappointing. I wanted it to be a surprise. Now, Autobot Mirage, like, have a gander. There's all the bitty bobs. I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to be. Maybe a blast effect? I've no idea, but it looks cool. Look at that neon kind of... Reminds me of Lego. Very cool. So we'll start off with the chest. So that's the front of the bad boys right there. And again, it's like nice little tamper-graphed logos that you don't see when it's assembled. Yes, it's just a sign of the quality that's kind of gone into it. So that's our leg pieces there. There's the chest. Ooh, it looks like he's got a bit of a shoulder bit there. So that would peg into there, but we don't want to peg the chesty bits on first. We want to get the arm bits on before then. Is this the arm bits? I don't think it is. I might actually have to look at the instructions on this one. Look at that rifle, that's cool. And again, no hollow mess on this guy. So you've got that. This would be the part for the head. So you can find the head bits. That's the back of the head. And where's the rest of his head? There's the faceplate. Yeah, there we go. There's the front of the head. I think that's part of the head as well. So how do I get this to work? Ah, that's the face. I think this just slots in. Yeah, don't want to lose that. If that hand's in the carpet, good luck bloody finding it. I haven't vacuumed in a couple of days, so it's always it's like playing Russian roulette, really. Let's see. There we go. So his face looks pretty bloody good. Now we can just stick on the back of the head here. There we go. And now I think there's a part that spits in there for the head. Oh, and there's the other extra bits we get in the box, which is our silica gel pack there, which we'll use for drying out sponge block. That's his feet. That's looks like shoulder pads. That's the lower arms there. And that could be an arm bit or a leg bit. I'm not too sure. Or shoulders. Yeah, that looks like the shoulders. Upper arms. These shoulder bits go onto. There we go. Might get away with not looking at the instructions for this guy. Again, I like to gamble. I like to live dangerously. A little bit crazy. These leg bits on. I like to try and focus on a piece of a process by elimination. That's why I ended up working in finance and accounts. Because that's my pet love, is puzzle solving. And that's what a lot of finance is just balancing the books. And figuring out, using various types of logic and reason in order to get your Counterbalance. There we go. That's his lower legs done. Now, there is something I've noticed that isn't here, and that's the base plate. Like we got with this guy, we had the Blokees stand, but these guys don't seem to come with one. At least I didn't see one in the box. This is empty. Huh. Possibly an oversight? Who knows? So we've got these weird looking things. These are for the arms. Just pop those on either side. So those bits are on there. And which bit is it? It's like a double-ended bit here for the head. Just put that in. Pop on the back bitty right here. And pop on the front bitty. There we go. Nice satisfying snap. Pop on the... Can we pop on the head? Yep. That's his head on, so it's on a ball joint, so it can swivel, look up and down. There's not a lot of look up and down. But yeah, there is some articulation. Now for the upper arms, we've got these bits here, I think. No, that doesn't look right. Is that right? Ah, it's because these side panels are missing. That's why it looks a bit wonky. So stick those on. Yeah. There we go. Stick these bits on now, and it's looking a lot better. Yeah, now he's looking a lot more like Mirage. Now in the show, Mirage had a missile launcher, so I think that's what this is for. It's like a shoulder missile launcher cannon thing. Yep, that looks like the casing for it. So that just pops in there, and this just pops on the shoulder. And look at that. That's pretty bloody cool. I dig that. Reminds me of The Predator. Remember that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Very cool film. Now, I think we're definitely missing bits. Because usually we have arm sections. It's like two points that come together for a rotation, unless they've been replaced with these bits, which I'm not entirely sure of. Yes, so they've replaced because these were two parts that would come together, but now they've replaced them with these. So this just plugs in. There we go, satisfying snap into place. And this would just go into here. And the fists are open hands. You can choose whichever ones you like to go in. There we go. That's his upper arms more or less done. Now we need the waist. So that's a front panel for the waist. There's the back section. And I think this slots in here. I'm not sure what this part's for. Is that part of the waist? I think this just goes on the back here. There we go. And that would have been the seat for the driver. Yep, these parts I think just go together like so, and then I'm not sure, I think I've definitely left out something. Pry that apart. I think there's maybe something that's got to go on there so you can actually attach the legs to it, like an extra joint piece. Ah, Maybe it's these. So I think that's the knee joints. So I'll get these plugged in. There. And yeah, it's a double bend. So you can see how far that can go. Straighten it out again so I can get it plugged back in. And plug. Oh. Is that right? Ah, that's how these work. So these parts go together. I do like this. This is like we used to play with Lego as a kid. These guys are a lot like Lego to some extent. Pop this in here. This part just goes in. And now I need this to sort of slot onto two ball joint bits. So that's going to slot in there. But we need seems to be a part missing, so I'm going to have to go to the instructions just to make sure. So what is this part? Here. Let's see. Where's the waste bit? This is it here. So we're missing this part. Is it pinged away somewhere? Yeah, so we've got that part, the top part, but we don't seem to have this lower part. It hasn't pinged away. Checking all over. No, it's definitely not on the floor. Yeah, it looks like we're actually missing a part, which is a bit disappointing. Unless it's in the baggie. Where did I put the little baggies? Ah, yes it is. There we go. Bloody hell, that was a close one. I was almost going to go full Karen there. Start screaming the house down. So this would just slot in here. Pop this bit on. Ah, wait. So we need to thread this part on first. It seems to only want to go in one specific way. So I can now push that in, push this in to here. There we go. Attach the crotch, make sure it's the right way around first. Not that it should matter too much. That's the outside of the leg there where it's got the wheel, and that's the inside. So I'll just rotate this bit round, pop that on, and the other leg would be the same situation. And there we go. That is our Mirage. So again, no base plate. We've got this extra piece here. Really doesn't seem to do anything. We've got his gun, so I'm gonna take a closed fist right here, stick in his gun. It doesn't look like there's any storage on the back for his gun. Looks like there's slots here. Can his gun slot in underneath? Technically can, but it looks a bit naff. So we'll just put it in his hand. And yeah, that looks cool. That wasn't so cool. Did I not put that in right? No, that is in as far as it'll go. Is it in the right way around? I don't think there's a wrong way around. Oh, that seemed to... Maybe don't have it the right way around here. Ah, okay, that's the front of the leg there. So where these little lines go down here, that's the front of the leg. Bloody hell, it's a bit specific. And yep, so I'll need to flip this around, pop off the leg part, switch this around. That said, I might have had it on the right way round. There we go. Yep, that's a lot better. So he's got a double hinge there, so he's got a lot more articulation. The original ones, like this guy here, they don't have the double hinge, so he can limbo dance, but he can't really doesn't have the double hinge. So this is an improvement on the design here, and again, it's not on a separate sprue frame like some of the other parts were, because the double hinges would appear on this kind of a sprue, and you'd have the two parts there. And then you've got a random Autobot or Decepticon logo, which you can't really do much with. So we get this as a spare bit. That's like for the feet and such. I'm not sure why it's transparent, but I suppose it is what it is. Yeah, we'll give his make his other hand an open hand. Just pop that on there. And yeah, there's our Mirage. Now, is this a blast effect for the gun? Let's see if this pops on easily enough. It's interesting. I'm not overly sold on it. I might actually use it for miniature crafting. I've actually got a separate container tub. It's absolutely filled to the brim with all sorts of weird transparent plastics and stuff all in here that I'm going to use for future buildings and stuff. Probably for cyberpunk style things or whatever. But that tub's full, so I'll just keep it attached to this guy somewhere. But yeah, pew pew pew! Does it actually show the... Yeah, there's a blast effect thing there. So you can... you can actually attach it to this shoulder cannon thing as well. You can stick this on the end here and have that go into the barrel. Although it's very loose. But yeah, that kind of works. That looks a lot more dramatic. Hi, my fellow Autobots. I'm Mirage. Nice Autobot logo in the front. Yeah, the face sculpt and everything. It all looks great. It all works. It's very kind of G1 cartoon accurate. I like him. Not quite the one I was banging for or anything. I do tend to prefer a lot of the Decepticons, but this guy looks great. And again, the double hinge at the knee there. That's really freaking cool. You can get some proper dramatic poses. Although not so much with the feet, the way they are. Maybe they'll improve those over time. I don't know, but yeah. The lack of a base is definitely a thing, but blast effect, pretty cool. So that's our Mirage, but that's all I've got for you today. So thanks again for watching.